Welcome to today's mini lecture. Today we're going to tackle about the chapter 1, the basic concepts of special and inclusive education. In this session, we'll explore the fundamental concepts of inclusive education and how it differs from special education.
Let's begin by defining inclusive education.
Inclusive education, according to UNESCO, it is about putting the right to education into action by including all learners, respecting their diverse needs, abilities, and characteristics, and eliminating all forms of discrimination in the learning environment.
Now you might be wondering what's the difference between inclusive education and special education.
Inclusive education focuses on accommodating all learners within the regular classroom settings,
While special education provides tailored instructions for students with specific needs. It's important to note while both aim to support learners, they have distinct approaches to achieving that goal. Inclusive education aims to overcome the barriers limiting the presence, participation, and achievement of learners. Of the changes and modification in the content, structures, and strategies that ensures inclusion of all students within the appropriate age range. This education fosters a common vision that involves all students and emphasizes the responsibility of regular systems to educate all students.
Ma'am, does inclusive education exist in the Philippines? Do you have any idea, class?
Yes, Ms. Antoy.
In the Philippines, inclusive education is highlighted and dated order into one series of academic, also known as the policy guidelines and the K-12 basic education program. Inclusive education is identified as the key standard and core principle of the K-12 curriculum. Emphasizes learner-centered, developmentally appropriate, culture-sensitive, relevant, gender-responsive, and contextualized education.
Now, let's turn our attention to special education.
Special education refers to classes or instruction designed for students with disabilities, giftedness, and talents. Special education need is a term used in some countries to refer to children with impairments that require additional support.
While inclusive education aims to include all learners and eliminate discrimination. Special education focuses on providing specialized instruction and support to students with specific needs. Inclusive education promotes the participation of all learners in regular classroom. While special education often involves separate classes or services tailored to individual needs. Now, let's delve into what inclusion means and how it differs from mainstreaming and integration.
Inclusion is not just about placing students in the same classroom, regardless of their abilities or disabilities. And also, it is the process of addressing and responding to the diverse needs of students, increasing participation in learning, culture, and communities, reducing exclusion within and from education.
Integrated into regular classroom environment and actively participating in school activities alongside their peers without being excluded. So here's a picture. Once a child actively participating in class activities so that pupil undergoes inclusion.
Now, here's the difference between mainstreaming, integration, and inclusion. Mainstreaming is the placing students with learning challenges in regular classes based on their skills kung saan sila magaling, often with minimal adjustments to the curriculum or teaching methods. We have integration, combining students with disabilities into regular classes but still maintaining separate spaces or pull-out services for specialized instruction. So even if nasa isang classroom pa rin kayo, a student with disability can still be in the corner of the classroom, still nakaseparate pa rin siya sa mga normal students. Next is the inclusion, the placing learners in regular classes irrespective of their abilities or disabilities with individualized support and accommodation to ensure their full participation and success. success. Sa inclusion, dito na talaga yung mga students with their abilities or with their disabilities na nakasabol na sila sa isang classroom. So that's inclusion, integration, and mainstreaming.
So how can we create an inclusive classroom? So by employing the strategies like accommodations and modification, we can create a classroom that ensures that all students can receive the support that they need in order for them to succeed. In accommodation, you adapt what the students should learn, while in modifications, you alter what the students should learn, but ensuring that all students have the access to the curriculum. In accommodations, it changed how the learners with disabilities, giftedness, and talents learn the same material and meet the same expectations as their age peers. Example is a person with visual impairment using audiobooks, highlighted text of large print materials. While in modification, it changes what a student is taught or expected to learn. Example is a person with intellectual disability use less complicated test materials of different topics than their age peers.
Medical model. It is a disability presents a traditional view of full pay at person with disabilities or PWDs as the problem that needs fixing. So it is said that the medical model sees disability as a problem within the individual that needs fixing.
While the social model recognizes that barriers within society create disability, it's crucial for us as educators to adopt inclusive and holistic. Because the social model, the disability seem to be caused by barriers in society. Here's the barriers within the inaccessible environments. No ramps in buildings, no subtitles in These barriers include inaccessible environments. Example, no ramps in buildings, and no signals for a person with visual impairments in crossing the streets. Negative attitudes, example, fear, overprotective fam, stigma, negative media, and labeling. And in inflexible organization, segregated education, housing problems, discrimination in employment.
How important language and behavior in fostering inclusivity.
People First policy, let us talk about the language that is used to address the persons with disabilities using non-discriminatory words and being sensitive to their condition. People First policies, the language used is not difficult if you are referring to a PWDs in your sentence construction. The word people or person is used followed by their condition or impairment. Instead of addressing them and focusing to their impairment, you have to focus to the people or person you are referring in your sentence.
In conclusion, special and inclusive education are vital components of creating equitable and learning environments.
As educators, it's our duty to embrace diversity, remove barriers, and ensure that every student has the opportunity to thrive. Let's work together to build inclusive classrooms where every learner feels valued and empowered.
By understanding the differences between inclusive education and special education,
We can work towards building more inclusive and equitable educational systems.
Thank you for today's mini lecture on inclusive education.